Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I happen to be a huge fan of Prince Charles. In fact, I could even say he's one of my heroes. And why wouldn't he be? Because he's against genetic engineering, passionately against it, in favour of organic farming, in favour of using natural therapies, opposed to ugly architecture. I could go on and on. So I'm a huge fan of Prince Charles, but I am not in the least a fan of having him as our head of state if one day he is to become king. And it is frankly ludicrous that we in New Zealand are seriously submitting ourselves, as we will be if we defeat this bill tonight, to forever having some faraway hereditary monarch as our head of state. It is completely ludicrous. I believe the monarch itself, certainly Prince Charles, I believe Prince Charles is embarrassed at being the head of state of New Zealand. He has said as much. I mean, it is ridiculous. I mean, every now and then one of the monarchs sort of comes across to New Zealand, pays us a little visit, rather awkwardly wanders around New Zealand. I mean, they feel as uncomfortable as we do about having some ancient hereditary monarchy as head of state of New Zealand. It is completely ludicrous. Now, I do realise that there are issues that need to be worked through, particularly with tangata whenua. But I do find, in the relationship between the Crown and Māori, but I do find it rather depressing to hear the Māori Party saying that we can't they're going to oppose even having a debate on this issue because of their relationship with the Crown. Does this mean that we as New Zealanders are forever doomed to having a hereditary faraway monarch living on the other side of the earth as our head of state because of some relationship, some treaty relationship? And I believe that Keith Locke has addressed that issue, and these are the sort of issues that should be being debated in a select committee. I find it tragic that the National Party is vetoing even having a debate on this issue. And frankly, the National Party interventions were half-hearted and completely lacking in conviction. Most of them didn't even take their call. One spoke for about 30 seconds. The other, Simon Bridges, clearly didn't believe. His heart wasn't in it. He has been given orders by his leader to oppose this. We know that many members of the National Party support having a republic, and they are simply forced, like cannon fodder, to vote for this because for some reason the government is afraid of this debate. Why are we afraid of debating these issues? What is there to be afraid of? And so frankly, I find that our refusal to have a debate on this issue is a tragic reflection of our lack of genuine independence. How can we be proudly independent as a nation if we have a faraway monarch on the other side of the earth as our head of state? It is completely ridiculous. I find it frankly offensive, and a growing number of New Zealanders do too. And I think they'll find it offensive that this Parliament will not even allow a debate on this important issue, that we are shutting down debate. What is it that we're afraid of? Where is the free speech in this country?
1 minute. Keith Locke, 5 minutes in